Okay, this is a brief video on the differences between different types of costs for activity-based costing. So the actual definition of the cost, and then some examples. And what you want to think of is that this becomes the unit, okay? So if it's a unit cost, it's something that's performed once for each unit. And a really good example to think in your head would be packaging, or if you had to inspect each unit. All right, you can also classify direct material and direct labor as unit costs, okay, because they're done per unit. Now, a batch level activity is performed for a batch. And what I think of is like, this is a funny example, but I think of manufacturing razor blades. Like they set up the machines to do a run, and the run makes maybe, say, 10,000 razor blades, and the ones in the beginning of the run will be a little bit rough, and the ones at the end of the run won't be perfect, but the ones in the middle will be the best ones. Okay, so you set up the machine to run it, and that setup time that it takes to get it ready to go, which can be hours, you'd be surprised, that happens one time per 10,000 razor blade batch. Okay, so it would be things like, oh, you know what? This should say processing. This is processing purchase orders. Okay, I was trying to think of what that was. So setting up the machines, processing purchase orders. Believe it or not, purchase orders are done in batches. Okay, and it's very expensive to process a purchase order. It might be like $20 per order, but it isn't like you or I buying something. Okay, these would be big corporate purchase orders. Now, for product level course activities, this is performed per a product. And so it's regardless of the number of units in here or the number of batches. So think of in the first time when you've got new product development costs, or product design costs, or product engineering costs. Okay, and you want to notice too that these are not manufacturing costs. All right, these aren't costs that we put in the inventory, but we do keep track of them as product level activities under activity-based costing. All right, and then the last one is facility level, and think of these as costs that we incur even if there are no batches or units or any products at all. Okay, they help sustain the facility. So that would be rent, depreciation, and insurance. Oh my God, I've got the cat on my hand, Tion, so I only type with one hand and I'm not very good. INS, there we go. Okay, so rent, depreciation, insurance on the plant, those would all be facility level costs. Okay, hope this helps. If you think of anything else like this that you need, just let me know.